Hi all, today I am handling Module 2 Family Resources. So in this chapter, we will see what is the meaning and classification of resource management, what are the factors that influences the resource management. Here are the few definitions on few terms uh, which we are going to learn in this chapter. So first, what do you mean by the management? Management means running of something. Or we can say it is a making use of available resources in order to achieve the goals. Goal means what the people want. One example given here is managing a hotel. So if you are considering the managing part of a hotel, we need to manage various departments. So for that, you must know what the people in various departments are doing. So second term is resources. Resources means something available to achieve a goal. We are making use of that resources for achieving our goal. So here example given is people, time or money. We can also say that resources are anything we use to achieve what we want. So we are utilizing that particular element for achieving our goal. So that is what we call resources. Next term is family resource management. Family resource management is a system that assists families in attaining goals by using all possible resources. I repeat, family resource management is a system. So that particular system will assist the families for attaining our goal by making use of these resources. So what are the purpose of family resource management? The first purpose is make wise use of resources. So we were telling about various resources for a family resource management. In previous slide, we have seen few examples like time, people, energy like that. So we should make use of that resources in wisely manner. We should think properly and make use of those resources for attaining our goal. The second point is assist individuals in achieving goals. That is, a positive communication should be there between the each members in our family. We can help each other. A mutual understanding should be there. So a positive communication that will help everybody to feel understood, respected and valued, and they can work together to solve a problem. The third point is to improve the quality of family life. You can spend time together to talk and to laugh. Uh, it is very important to have time together, especially when phone or TV are turned off. So, and we should have one-on-one chats and with each family members to strengthen our individual relationships. So that all those things will improve the quality of our family life. Now we will see what is the meaning of the resources. Resources are the tools and talents. Resources are the tools and talents with which people build their lifestyles and attain their goals. So the resources, actually there are classification for these resources that we will see in later. So we can consider these resources as our tools or the talents that make use to build our lifestyles and for attaining our goals. So by definitions, the resources are assets that can be used to accomplish our goals. So resources are the asset that can be used to accomplish our goals. For accomplishing goals, we should consider the resources as our assets. The distribution of resources that will determine the degree to which a family is actually striving toward a particular goal. So The distribution of the resources will determine how a family will strive towards to attain their goal. So it is easy to illustrate the use of resources in achieving certain goals. So time, for example, like time, money, energy, knowledge, all are considered as a resources for fulfilling our goals. So here is a definition given by Moloch and Deccan. Resource as means which are available and recognized for their potential in meeting demands. They further define means as those things which have one satisfying power and which are instrumental in reaching of desired ends. So we can say that the resources are those available assets. We should recognize them and we should wisely use it wisely for meeting our demands. So if the proper use of those resources will strive towards our needs. Okay, so that is the exact meaning of this definition. Now we will see the various phases of the resources. The first one is the resources have uses. Use of resource is, however, as crucial as the assets themselves in determining the quality of life that people can and do achieve. So how we are using or how utilizing our resources is something very important because that things will depend that things uh, will help you to understand that how easy we can attain our goal. So it is not always what a person has, but what he or she does with it that count most in the run. So if you have resources is not a matter. How we are using those resources wisely for attaining our goal. That is something important. Next is resources achieve goals. Goals means actually what people want. Okay, so goals are the end towards which effort is directed. So we are working hard towards for attaining our result. So that is what we call goal. So the resource help us to achieve the goals. Goals are usually more lasting, maybe consciously planned, and are usually more realistic than wants. They should reflect the positive wishes of all the resources utilized and who will be affected by goal attainment. So how we are utilizing the resources effectively, so that will reflect finally our results. So the resources should reflect the positive wishes. How positively we are utilizing those resources that will affect our goal attainment. Now, next is constraints. Constraints means limitation. Okay, constrained resource means it is something that you have a limited amount of. You have a limited resource. If you have a limited resource is there, if resources are the tools and talents, that is what we said in last slide. The resources are the tools and talents. That is the meaning of the resources. So if resources are tools and talents with which people attain their personal and group goals, these assets become constraints when they are not developed for use. If you are not properly developed those resources, then sometimes these resources will become a constraint for us. So we should develop our resources for attaining those goals. If satisfaction is to be achieved from resource use, a variety of alternative resources will need to be recognized, considered, and used effectively to pursue of consciously chosen goals.
So next is characteristics of resources. The first characteristic is utility. Utility is one of the most accepted characteristics of resources. So the utility of resources that is determined by the user's knowledge. The person who is utilizing those the person who is utilizing those resource. So the person should have a good idea about that particular resource. How effectively he can make use of those resources for attaining the goal. Okay. So attitude also affect the utility of person. The person's attitude is also reflect the utility of the resource. For example, if you have a piece of land which is lying vacant, that we cannot consider as a resources. But if the family grows vegetables on it, uh, so then the land will become a resource for us. Okay, so that is an example for the utility. Accessibility. Accessibility means the people can do what they need to do in a similar amount of time and effort as someone that does not have a disability. It means people are empowered, and they can be independent, and they will not frustrated or irritated by something that is poorly implemented. So as a the accessibility resource as a accessibility, it says that accessibility, how how we can access our resources for reaching uh, our need. So assets must exist on hand or in reserve if they are to be considered as a resources for goal attainment. Some resources require mobility to be accessible. Some resources demand self-discipline and a conscious change of attitude to develop them. The quality and the quantity of accessible resources differ among persons and families. So we should recognize that those resources, and we should assess it effectively. So that will depends on our knowledge and our skill, how we will assess those resource for attaining that goal. So next characteristics is interchangeability. All resources are interrelated to the extent that one may be for substituted for or interchanged with another in the quest for goals. So all the resources that we are using towards our goal is something interrelated, or that can be interchanged. One can exchange one resource for another. A family uses time, skill, energy for a servant and gives her money in exchange. Similarly, material goods can be bought in exchange of money. One can exchange knowledge by paying tuition fees. So here, examples given here is the family will use the time, skill, energy of a servant. So for make utilizing all those things, we are exchange those with our money. So another example is material goods can be brought in exchange of money. For example, is one can exchange knowledge by paying tuition fees. So buying, remitting the fees for tuition, we are gaining knowledge. Next is manageability. Since all resources are limited, they need to be utilized properly. Otherwise, they may be wasted. Time and energy have to be managed by work simplification techniques, proper postures, and labor saving devices. So, we know that all resources we aware are limited only. So, we should utilize them wisely and properly. So, we should not waste those resources. So, time, and as one example given here is that time and energy have to be managed by the work simplification techniques, proper postures, and labor saving devices. So that's all for today. We will continue the second part of this chapter on next class. So thank you all.